arcade sucks!
Let me tell you something. We are officially in the golden era of Sonic the Hedgehog, man. I kid you freaking not. This game, this little beta little closed test network game. I have played this the entire weekend. The game's not even out yet, and I love it. I go to sleep and I think about this game. I go to work and I'm thinking about this game. I am editing and I think about this game. I almost skipped out. The only reason I'm here editing is because I have to. I have to, because then you don't get to see the absolute just peak that just is, it's like you if you've ever seen that video where he's like it's like Adventure Time or something, and then they come in and they're like Jake, what are you doing? He's like, I'm jaking it. That's me, bro. I am jaking it to this. This game is I don't know what Sega's intending to do with this game. If this is the end all be all for the Sonic Racing series, they have done it. The Extreme Gear isn't even in this beta test. It's not even in the beta test, man. And it's already peak. They brought back... I just want to point out, I said that if this game had writers in it, I don't trust Sumo to work on the game. This game has been worked on by not only just Sumo, but Sonic Team. It's been worked on by both. Why? Do you ask why? Because they knew that they had to do the Extreme Gear. Why would they bring back the Extreme Gear? Why would they make this the biggest character roster of all time? Why would they do that? Because this has to be the end all be all for Sonic racing games. It has to be. Because there's a huge roster that's going to be in, and obviously the whole roster isn't here, but it's in the rest of the game, the full game when it comes out. But oh my gosh, I am addicted to this game. It's like an addiction. I'm like a crack addict, and I need that one little morsel. I'm that guy that when you're parked at the freaking McDonald's and you're waiting for 10:30 to pass for lunch, and the local crack addict comes up to your car, but you don't know because you don't go outside, and he comes up and he's like, "Oh man, I'm hungry. Can you let me? Like, I just need to get to the bus stop, man. I need you to get to. Can you just pass me? Can you pass me like $10? Just for a little bit of food, whatever. And you're like, well, I am carrying some cash. I kind of want to help him, but you don't know that. And then you give them the cash, and then they ask for more. But you're stupid. So what do? You give them more money. What do they go and do with that potential $50 to $100 you just gave them? They go buy crack. That's what I'm not asking you to buy crack. Don't do that. Buy Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Buy it. Day one. In fact, if you don't buy this game day one, if you don't buy it day one, you're a loser. I know exactly what you little frickers are going to do out there. I have money, but the game looks really good, but I think I'm going to wait till there's a sale to play the game. Shut up. Shut the frick up. Your life is literally as valuable as a summer ant as a Sonic fan. Your life is nothing as a Sonic fan if you don't buy this game day one. If you don't buy I mean that with 100%, 1000%. If you do not buy this game on day one. Why? Because this game deserves... This game, meanwhile, while you're sitting there waiting for this game to get $20 off, we are here having the time of our lives online with this absolute chaotic, amazing game that we call Sonic Racing Crossworlds. It's so peak. I can't even speak correctly. I do. Oh, it's like I'm jaking it. I'm jaking it to this guy. It's so fun. I don't know exactly what it is about this game that makes it so freaking fun, but it's fun, man. And I just buy this game. Do not wait for a sale. Do not wait for a sale. Heck, I will personally buy this game for you if I have to. Don't actually ask me to do that. I'm not going to do that. If you ask me, I'm not going to do that. But either way, I will personally buy this game for you just so you can experience the little bit of just big that this is. It's so I can't focus. So this game does a lot of things that I really love. The tricks, the Crossworlds, just being able to do that, and the person being in first and able to do that. It does a lot of the mechanics from Sonic Racing, All-Stars Racing Transformed, which is like the boats, which kind of control really bad here, where they controlled a little better. It really only in some maps they control bad. I think it's only when you're picking up boost speed. I'm not too sure about that, but either way, the game does do the planes really good. They feel amazing to fly in this game, and they're really fun. I love the way that they control, and I love the way that the game overall feels. It feels really good. Tricks are the most fun I've had doing tricks since Sonic Riders, probably. And I think they knew that in mind. Now, you do need an upgrade to get the fast tricks, otherwise they're like super slow, and I don't know why that is, but it is for some reason. But either way, I digress. There's a lot of things that I really love about this game, especially like the tracks, the scenery, the music, just so much about this game. The customization, with what little we have now, I've been able to make it work, but I love it. It is absolutely insane, and I cannot wait until the full game comes out to get Extreme Gear and see how much we can customize with not only just cars, but Extreme Gear in general. I am so hyped for when that comes out, as well as I am really excited. Now, I will say there are a few gripes I have. I've played this game enough now to where I wanted to play it enough to where I could kind of actually air out some grievances that I do have. So I'm pretty sure your speed is based on how many rings you have, similar to Mario Kart, where your coins determine how much speed you have. Well, in this game, whether you tap onto a wall or you just tap into a random person, you lose rings constantly. And it's part of the chaos, and I understand that, but it is a really annoying mechanic, especially when you're trying to like stay in first, like, because you will lose rings, and you're not always guaranteed to have so your speed is constantly fluctuating. And I don't know if that's to kind of balance the game out, but if that is the case, then it's not bad, but I'm hoping that eventually they're going to balance that out. If they balance that out, we'll be good to go. And I'm not going to have any complaints. But I do think that we need to have a little bit of a baseline for how much of these rings, like, what determines what can knock your rings out. Like items, sure. I'm fine with items knocking your rings out, but just bumping into people, whether it's on accident or on purpose, I don't think you should lose rings for. As well as I do think some of the items need to be adjusted. It really does feel like, whereas in Sonic Racing Transformed and TSR, if you knew what you were doing, you could avoid getting hit by like items and hazards and stuff. This game, it feels like if you're being hit by something, or there's something that wants to hit you, you're pretty much just subjected to their fate, and that's it. Like there's no way that you're getting out of getting hit by that. You're basically getting hit, and that's the end of that, which is unfortunate. But I'm hoping, like I said, they will air out a lot of these issues later on. Those are just like a little bit of the few little issues I have, where it's like, and maybe it is to create difficulty online, so you're not just easily winning, and maybe it makes wins feel a little more earned. But it's still kind of annoying to, be in first, albeit even for just a little bit, and just absolutely go to dead last. It's very jarring how dead last you can get. In fact, I think in some of this gameplay footage, because this is actually post-com, if you couldn't already tell by the way I'm tweaking out, I wouldn't be able to do this if I was playing the game normally. I'd be like, like focusing in, all that junk. I would be, tweaking out when I think it's a little different from how it normally works, but it's very, very like, oh man, like, like when you just are absolutely just getting destroyed by like everything on the map because there's nothing you can really do about it. But in terms of control, animations, and everything, this game looks phenomenal. It plays phenomenally. It takes a little bit of getting used to because it is a little bit different than, TSR and the other racing games before it. But also, the game has a completely new control scheme. Now, I was playing with the TSR controls, so if you prefer the TSR controls or the Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed controls, they do have that option for people who like it, which was me. The default control scheme they have for this game is not bad. It is a fine control scheme, but if you want the easier, you're going to want to go for TSR. That's for certain. But customization, man. Dude, I feel like I'm playing freaking Forza Horizon 5 with how I cannot wait until I'm depressed because I know I can't play this game anymore. This game, I can't play it anymore. I can't. Why? Because the beta is closed. It's over. I got in, and I feel more than privileged, by the way, to get into this beta and for Sega to trust me of all people, Sonic CD's biggest hater, in order to play this game and just experience it for everything that it is, because it's so it's like I'm tweaking. I'm tweaking off the Sonic Crossworld perk, bro. Where the absolute frick did this man Takashi Iizuka get all of these assets? Where? What team of absolute Avengers did this man get to cook like they have been? So when Sonic Frontiers was first coming out, I remember back in 2022 when I was a young 21-year-old lad, bro. I was a young lad. I remember the IGN footage. We all know IGN sucks at playing Sonic games, but that's a different story for another time. We know that. But they were playing a beta, and everybody's like, oh, that's gonna be another Forces situation. I was cautiously optimistic, as a lot of people were throwing that word around. I think Forces is mid. It's okay. It's okay. It's frankly quite lazy, and that's kind of why I hate it. It's not more the reason that the game is bad that I hate it. It's more that the game is lazy, and I know Sega could have done more is the reason I hate it. In general, I think the game is just kind of meh. That's it, really. But either way, I digress. I was a little scarred from Sonic Forces, so when they announced Sonic Frontiers, I was being cautiously optimistic, and when it came out, it was peak. It was amazing. I personally like it. I don't think there's anybody who generally hates Sonic Frontiers. If there are, let me know in the comments below. I'd be curious to see why. But in general, the general consensus opinion of Sonic Frontiers is that it's either really good or it's really just decent to mid, which is fine. I can get why some people might not like the game. Something that Sonic CD fans will never understand, which is how somebody could think a game is mid or not like its mechanics and what it does. Sonic CD fans, they'll never understand that. And I don't expect them to understand that because, they don't like Sonic Mania. They don't like that game. They're not going to like this game. Why? Because this game doesn't have explorative dog water level design. It's streamlined. Oh, it's a straight line like Sonic. It's a racing game. Shut the frick up. Nobody asked you. You contribute. You are nothing. You contribute. Your life is as valuable. Let me chill. But either way, I don't know. This man Takashi Iizuka he must have went into like hibernation in the kitchen when Sonic Forces came out, and they're like, Takashi, knocking on the door. Takashi, you gotta come out! The kitchen, it's burning down. What are you doing? The kitchen's burning down. You gotta wake up. But little did they know the reason the kitchen was burning down is because Takashi Iizuka was cooking. He was cooking Sonic Frontiers. He was cooking Sonic X Shadow Generations, and he was cooking this game. He was cooking. Also, I kept getting freaking Metal Harbor. I was hoping that I would get more stages, but for some reason, everyone and their mother just loves freaking Metal Harbor in this game. I don't know why, but that's a different thing. But they knew, and he came out of the kitchen, right? He came out of the kitchen. He was like, "Yes, I have it. Open zone." Like he was pitching that, like he was the bad guy from the robot 2005 Robots, the movie. And he was like, "Why be you when you can be new?" But instead he was like, "Why would Sonic be Sonic Forces when he could be new?" And boom, Sonic Frontiers was born. Then Sonic X Shadow Generations, Year of Shadow, they low-key cooked the movies. He knew. They have money out the wazoo. They have cooked, and now it's time to put it to the test. Sega is on top. They have been low-key in the trenches for a while now. Now they've got Yakuza. They've got Persona. They've got Sonic, and Sonic is performing better than most Nintendo titles now. Call that cope all you want, Nintendo fans. The fact of the matter is Nintendo now is getting criticized for their mid games on their mid console. Let's just be fair. I don't care how well the Switch is sold. The only reason it's done that is because it's a convenient console to have, but it's underpowered as frick. It ain't got nothing on Sega. And this game is better. I'm going to say it. I have played Mario Kart games, and I like Mario Kart games. It's the only form of Mario media that I've generally consumed more than other Mario. Not that I hate Mario. I think Mario is fine. I have no problem with it. But, like, Galaxy is one of my favorite games of all time, and I'm playing through Odyssey right now on my own time, and I'm enjoying it. But this, Mario Kart 9, can't even dream of beating this game. It's getting cooked because they left Takashi Iizuka in that kitchen. They're like, "You're burning it down, Takashi, get out, there's a fire." And they're like trying to get the firemen. Boom, boom, boom. They're like hitting it with the battering ram thing on the door, and they're like, boom, boom, boom. And they're like, Takashi, you gotta get out. But he's like, "No, I must stay. I gotta cook. I'm not leaving this room until Sonic the Hedgehog is good again." And let me tell you, I'm gonna say it. This Sonic racing game, like I said, is the end-all, be-all. It is a love letter to Sonic Riders when we get the Extreme Gear stuff, and the Sonic Racing series with All-Stars and TSR. This is a love letter to the Sonic series, and I'm so here for it. And it is better than Mario Kart DS. It's better than Mario Kart Wii. And like I said, do not wait day one for this. Buy this game. Don't wait till a sale. Buy this game day one, play this game. This game's online is going to be amazing. The scene is going to be amazing. This game will be amazing through and through. And I have no doubt in my mind about that.